Savannah, you know I'm ready to go. I'm always ready to talk about those Dogs. And if you ask them, they will tell you their biggest goal this season was to three-peat. But their fate was sealed after Alabama beat them in the SEC title game. You know, the next best thing to New Orleans and Pasadena, the sites to this year's semifinal games, is the Orange Bowl here in South Florida. They aren't playing for nothing, though. I got to say, those seniors, if they get a win against FSU, they'll have 50 total wins in their careers in Athens. How impressive is that? That's a school record. So not all is lost playing here in Miami. We heard from Georgia's offense today. Offensive coordinator Mike Bobo was asked how his group has evolved and improved this season. He told us he's watched them become more explosive. Quarterback Carson Beck waited 3 years to be Georgia's starter. It was worth the wait. He completed 72% of his passes for over 3,700 yards and 22 touchdowns. Beck says he knew he was coming back for a fifth and final year 3 days after they lost to Bama in Atlanta.
I think the biggest thing for me was just like looking around that locker room after the loss and like seeing the emotions of the guys around me, you know, guys that we come in and we grind every single day. We work so hard, and like we've been going since January, you know, every single day, day in, day out. Seeing the emotions of the guys in that locker room, I was like, nah, we got to do this again, or I have to do this again.
It sounds like Beck has some unfinished business. His teammates probably feel the same way. Hey, Bailey, you know if the Dogs were playing for a chance to go to the national championship game this season, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. They'd all be playing. But for now, UGA's roster hasn't taken a hit. I know most people want to know about Brock Bowers. I can tell you that on Tuesday, Wednesday, he wasn't with the team here in South Florida. We will attend practice tomorrow and see if that changes. When we heard from Coach Smart last, he did tell us that Brock Bowers isn't 100% and that the most important thing for his tight end is to be exactly that, 100% healthy. He went on to say Bowers probably played earlier than he should have. The two-time Mackey Award winner had ankle surgery after the Vanderbilt win. He was back on the field playing 26 days later against Ole Miss. Wide receiver Lad McConkey is also dealing with an ankle injury. He'll try to go on Saturday. Between his ankle and back issues, McConkey missed 5 games this season. And McConkey was asked, you know what, are you going pro? Have you decided yet? He was asked that today when the media met with him, and he said he hadn't made up his mind yet. So we still don't know about whether or not we'll see McConkey on the field next season. But Bailey, you've got to wonder, Carson Beck coming back, how much does that weigh in his decision? I'm going to send it back to you, Bailey, in studio in Atlanta. But for now, reporting from South Florida, Emily Gagnon, Atlanta News First.